Hello everyone, James Marcum with another biblical prescription for life. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're having a great week. So the question I want to answer today is this: soy. Does the soy and the phytoestrogens from soy increase the risk of breast cancer? This has been a controversy. So basically, the question is this: does soy do a body good? Let's answer that. But before we do that, let's go to our biblical prescription. And that's from Genesis 1 verse 29. And God said, "See, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed, to you it shall be for food." Hold that with us. Things that grow, things that come from seed. God's given us those things. But let's get back to our question here. Does the estrogen from soy products increase breast cancer? The answer quickly is no, but if you want some more background information, let me give it to you. Years ago, we doctors used to prescribe estrogens to help especially women, postmenopausal women. They found that estrogen, estradiol, helped decrease the risk of bone fractures and helped with postmenopausal symptoms. And this is a problem. Many women were suffering, but later on, through research and studies, they did a study, the Women's Health Initiative found out that though it might help those two things, it also increased the risk of clots, which increase cardiovascular disease and blood clots throughout the body, strokes, pulmonary embolism, things of that nature. And in addition to that, it seemed to fuel breast cancer. So all of a sudden, estrogen received a bad name. Soy has these chemicals called phytoestrogens. The phytoestrogens also received a bad name. But we have to reverse that because these phytoestrogens are actually good for our body. They reduce the risk of breast cancer and help treat breast cancer, and they do many other things as well. So the type of estrogen in soy is a different type of phytoestrogen. And in the body, we also find out that we have different receptors for estrogens. We have the alpha receptors and the beta receptors. And we find the alpha receptors predominate in breast tissues, it predominates in the uterus, and in the liver. So when these receptors are activated by estrogens that we used to give, they used to increase the risk of cancer and blood clots. That wasn't good. But now we know that the phytoestrogens from soy, they have predominantly beta receptors. And we find beta receptors in things like bones. So phytoestrogens not only bind predominantly to beta receptors, but they can help offset some of the estrogens that used to bind to the alpha receptors. They sort of inhibit them. So through that mechanism, we found that the phytoestrogens are actually a good thing. Here's one study that I want to show you. And this study, the bottom line is this, that soybeans with the phytoestrogen decrease the risk of cancer and help cancer recurrence. That's a good thing. But not only that, we're finding out that soybeans and what's in it, and it has a protein called genistein, Genistin, has other benefits besides decreasing cancer like breast cancer. In fact, in Asia, we find very less breast cancer than in the States because they eat more soy products. Some of the studies have shown a reduction as much as 30%. It increased bone strength, so less fractures, less hip fractures. There's some studies show that it lowers LDL cholesterol, which helps cardiovascular health. It also soy products help menopausal symptoms. So if you're having menopausal symptoms, try to bring in a cup of soy every day. So you ask yourself, what are soy products? Soy milk, the soybeans, edamame, tofu, tempeh. They also many different soy, and it's always better if you can eat the real soy rather than the concentrated soy. It's always better to do that. We're also, in this study here that's been published, it says the soy products, the genistein, has anti-obesity properties. And it gives, in this study, numerous different ways that soy helps in obesity. So soy can help obesity, which would help diabetes, which would help hypertension, and many other different things. So soy does a body good. That is the bottom line. What else does a body good? Well, something that does a body good is staying in the Word of God. And we saw that God has given you lots of seeds that grow. Those are the things that grow and that we eat, including soybeans. They're a good thing. They don't cause cancer. They don't cause blood clots. And the chemicals, these phytochemicals, these phytoestrogens, these proteins from soybeans help many chemical reactions in the body that can make us more healthy. So I just wanted to clear that up today. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends and neighbors. Oh, by the way, I want you to plug in the different types of soy products that you might use so other people might have a greater influence, a greater knowledge of the things that can influence them in their diets. So throw those in there in the comments section. Check out our other videos. Subscribe to our newsletter, and I hope you receive some information. Again, the bottom line is soy's good for us, doesn't do a body good, does not cause cancer. So hold that thought with you. I'm going to be back soon with yet another biblical prescription for life.